Hey, what's up everyone? It's Rich. Alright guys, I am finally back with another review. And hold on, wait. Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear that? There's some kind of humming that I hear in my ear. Yes, I am back with a movie review for Baby Driver. Okay, so Baby Driver, written and directed by Edgar Wright. First of all, I just want to say that I am a fan of Edgar Wright. His Cornetto trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, freaking Hot Fuzz, and At World's End. Love all those movies. Also, freaking Scott Pilgrim. Oh my god! First of all, if y'all haven't seen Scott Pilgrim, please go treat yourself and go watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Awesome, amazing comic book. But also he adapted it into a film. Yeah, into a film, and then it was, it was great. It was a great film, but no one went to go watch it. Anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Baby Driver, again, written and directed by Edgar Wright. This movie's great, guys. This movie is freaking great. First of all, you have a star-studded cast here. You have Ansel Elgort as the main protagonist, Lily James as his romantic lover, basically. And then obviously you have Kevin Spacey, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm, is it Isa or Asa Gonzalez, and of course John Bernthal's in here. Actually, a scene stealer. He was in the movie for, I don't want to say anything, but he was in the movie, and what you get is what you see, and what you see is amazing. Anyways, I thought that everyone did a fantastic job, an amazing job. The acting in this is, again, I always say top notch, but man, this movie it's one of those movies where it's so original and such a fresh movie in a summer full of just blockbusters and some remakes and reboots and all that stuff. It's definitely refreshing to get this kind of movie. Like I said about the actors, everyone did a phenomenal job. I think everyone basically drifted their way into success. Hey. Oh, you might hear a lot more puns from driving, I mean, shoot, if anything, I might go over the speed limit, if you know what I mean.
Roundabout, and that's what makes him the best.
Let me reverse that. Okay, let me reverse that and just... I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun with this. Anyways, guys, Baby Driver, basically a story about Baby. That's the character's name. And he is this getaway driver for Kevin Spacey, and basically he's at that point where he wants to break away from that kind of job, but Kevin Spacey reels him back in every time, and then things starts happening, and you get a movie that I wasn't expecting. Now, here's the thing. What I mean by that is that I thought this movie was going to go a different way, but then it completely went the other way. And Marvin, a friend of mine, actually told me that after the movie, I was like, you know what? I was thinking the same thing. I thought I was going to go one way, but it completely went the different way. And it's one of those things where I actually, now it's thinking a lot more, and I'm thinking about the movie a lot more, it's actually refreshing that they did that. I'm so kind of used to the norm. I think, if anything, I can speak for everyone in general, that we're so used to the norm of getting these types of movies where we expect something completely different, but when we get the opposite of that, it can have a negative effect. In this case, I kind of had that after watching the movie, like right after the movie ended. I'm just like, I'm not sure if I like that, but actually the more I thought about it, I'm loving the movie a lot more. Another great thing about this movie is that the soundtrack in this movie, the music in this movie, it's just amazing. I was telling my friends who I hung out with today that I love the fact that this movie, even in, I guess you could argue there's some movies before Guardians, but Guardians of the Galaxy was really the big pop culture movie that made older songs cool again. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure there's other movies out there that did that, but in the mass audiences where you watch Guardians of the Galaxy, and again, it's one of those things where, like, tell me if there's not one person that didn't listen to that first soundtrack over and over again. I'm loving how they're making these older songs cool again to the modern audiences, to not so much the modern audience, but the I guess the younger generation, we're who's never really heard of an older song or older love songs or romantic songs or things like that, where everyone's just so used to this freaking gangster rap and all this kind of crazy stuff nowadays. Nothing against it. I am guilty of having those kind of musics on my phone too, but there is something about older music that just, I don't know. Flavor, maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Maybe there's a flavor in not just certain music, but older music that stand the test of time, and I think there's something about that's refreshing and new when you bring it back, or not bring it back, but when you bring it to the modern day and make it again cool again, even though it's already awesome. These music are great, but no one's ever listening to it, especially if you're a younger audience. Again, that's just what I think. But anyways, this movie did a fantastic job of incorporating music to the whole movie. But not only that, but the character itself. There's one scene where the character goes to a car and literally looks for a song. I mean, no one ever does that anymore. Everyone has their music on their phone, or if not on their phone, they have their preset stations on their car radio. If you even still have a car radio. I mean, well, there is still car radio, but I'm just saying, if you actually still listen to the radio. But yeah, it's the music incorporated with the movie that syncs together and accomplishes it very well. It's a masterpiece, basically. It's a masterpiece when that happens. It's like cutting a good trailer with the music cue, and I've said this before, but when there's a trailer that cuts to the beat of the music, or the music is cut, again, synonymously back and forth, I don't know, there's just this weird kind of synchronization with the whole thing that makes it awesome, and this movie had that. After the music and after the acting, I actually thought the story was actually a really good story. At its core, it's a really good story. It's a very deep story. And it's actually, in a way, it's very emotional. But I think that's why this movie works. Again, it kind of takes you off. It's off-putting, especially there's a turn in the movie where we're just like, oh, this is where it's going. There's a turn in the movie when that happens. And again, I didn't see it going that way. But like I said, the more I think about it, the more I'm loving this movie a lot. But yes, Baby Driver is a great movie. There's also one more scene in the very beginning where the baby's kind of dancing. He goes out to get coffee. And then he's dancing, and then the way Edgar Wright shoots this whole sequence, and the way the music's playing, and I don't want to reveal it, but there's a very brilliant way the music's playing that's incorporated in how he shot the whole thing. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was awesome. Like I said, there's that Edgar Wright flavor to it. And this movie's just great. I'm a fan of Edgar Wright, and he did an amazing job. I guess my one very nitpicky thing is that the pacing was kind of, it's not a slow movie, but it felt like it was dragging on. That's how I felt. But then again, this movie was almost 2 hours long, shy of 2 hours. I believe it's like 113, 112. And that definitely, I don't want to say it suffered from it, but that definitely was just like, okay, let's get going. Not in a bad way, but I was just like, okay, cool. I get it's a character piece, it's a character story, and which is an awesome thing. I love the characters, I love stories and stuff. But there's I don't even know if this is an action movie. I guess it is, but man, again, it's one of those things where I thought I was gonna get something else, but I didn't get that. But I got something different, and I actually do like this different thing, which is new and refreshing, and it's out of the norm. It shakes things up, which is great. I think a lot more directors should start doing that. But with all that said, Baby Driver is a great movie. I think this movie, a friend of mine, Tommy, actually said it best. This movie has a lot of repeat value to it. I think the more you watch it, the more you'll fall in love with this movie. And also, the more it'll stand the test of time. I think this is one of those movies where you just keep rewatching it, and there's more things that you'll probably pick up here and there. And also, one thing that I am kind of a little, not iffy about, but a little scared about is that Edgar Wright has this acquired taste in his movies, and I'm not sure if a lot of people are gonna like that. Especially what I've been saying, that it shakes things up in terms of just like, not storytelling, but just how it's marketed and perceived in one way, and you get a different movie. I'm not sure people's gonna like that. I personally did like it eventually. Well, not eventually. I just watched the movie just a couple of hours ago, but I actually do like that a lot. But I know that right now it has a very, like, the audience score for this is quite high, so I'm not sure if there's gonna be some drop off, but I hope that people actually go watch and support this, especially when I hear, oh, there's not enough original movies, oh, it's all sequels and reboot. Go watch this. This is one of those refreshing movies that you have to see. You have to see it. It's that great. And finally, with all that said, Baby Driver, with my ratings, oh man, I'm gonna have to go right now. As of right now, I'm gonna have to go frickin' 8.5 Subaru WRXs, right? I think that, yeah, yes, I'm pretty sure it's WRXs out of 10. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see here, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and like button. I appreciate it very much, and thank you for the support, whoever's been with me or who's watching me, or if you're new, welcome to my first review for you, right? But of course, the most important thing is all of you viewers out there, please let me know down below what you guys thought of the movie, if you guys got something completely different out of the movie, or you thought you were going in one way and the next thing you know it steered you off a different way. You see what I did there? But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the movie, and let's start a conversation down there. I want to know if you actually like Edgar Wright and the Cornetto trilogy. I want to know which one's your favorite Cornetto trilogy, because mine would have to be Shaun of the Dead. Zombies, guys. Zombies. That is all. Alright, once again, thank you guys for watching, and that is it. Till my next review, I am Rich, and I am out. And remember, stay awesome, my friends.